The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and making their body a living sacrifice for Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. I'm Brother Samad from the GMS Miami camp, all right? And the reason why I read that scripture, okay, is because I was looking on the Council of Foreign Relations, okay, website, the CFR.org, and I went to a section which is known as Global Conflict Tracker, all right? And I was looking on their website, and there's a whole bunch of conflicts, okay, happening throughout the seven continents, okay, mainly in the Middle East and Asia, okay, and Africa, okay. But there's conflicts happening throughout the world, and by me reading that scripture, that came to my mind when I was looking at this global conflict tracker. All right. So the reason why I read that scripture is because the disciples, okay, they were asking Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus, okay, all right, when will the end of the world be and the sign of your coming? All right. Now Yahweh Shai gave them a reply, and this is the reply he gave them. This is the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. Right, man. So the disciples asked a question, and who the world called Jesus, his name is Yahweh Shai. Okay, he was a Hebrew, okay, from the tribe of Judah. He had a Hebrew name, okay. He gave the reply and said, hey, man, when you hear wars and rumors of wars, okay, all right, these are the signs to know that that I'm coming, okay. So he also goes on and says, but the end is not yet, right, because he says this after this, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and they shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And you're seeing that, okay, to this very day, man, okay. But you're seeing, okay, the conflicts, the rumors of wars and wars, all right. That's how you know, all right, no peace is coming until the Lord comes back, all right. No peace is coming till the Lord comes back, all right, and he establishes his kingdom, all right. Next verse, it says, verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows, right, man? All these are the beginning of sorrows. So there is no happy time coming, all right? These are the last days. So we're living in biblical times where you're going to see all these conflicts. You're going to see all these wars, all right? Just on the CFR alone, all right? I'm going to get back to the scriptures because it's all about the scriptures, all right? But this is just giving you a visual aid. Okay, and I'll post this link just to show you that, hey, man, we're living in these times, all right, that we're at the end of the world and the Lord's coming back, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. It says critical impact on U.S. interests. Conflict is likely to trigger U.S. military involvement or threatens the supply of critical U.S. strategic resources. Right. They have Taliban in Afghanistan, civil war in Syria, territorial disputes in the South China Sea, tensions in the East China Sea. All right, that's how you know, all right, war with China is coming too, man, all right. North Korea crisis, war against Islamic State in Iraq, and civil war in Libya, all right. So this is just conflicts that America, okay, is partaking in, whether directly or indirectly, all right. So these are the wars and rumors of wars, man, and kingdom rising against kingdom, nation against nation, okay. And that's how you know this is the beginning of sorrows. It says significant impact on U.S. interests. It says conflict affects countries of strategic importance to U.S., but does not involve a mutual defense treaty commitment. It says Islamic militancy in Pakistan, sectarian conflict in Lebanon, Islamic militants in Egypt, conflict in Ukraine, which that's going to even stir up because you have NATO, all up in there. That's why Russia, okay, is going to start, okay, getting buck wild, all right, on you Americans. But you see all this, all right? So these are the times that we're living in. And that's why the disciples asked the Lord, hey, okay, well, what are the sign of thy coming and the times, okay, and the time that is the end of the world, okay, Salakia. And that was the reply that who the world calls Jesus, his name is Yahushai, all right, gave to them, all right. Now, this is another source that I got. This is from Internal Displacement Monitoring Center.org. It says Global Report on Internal Displacement. The Global Report on Internal Displacement presents the latest information on internal displacement worldwide caused by conflict, violence, and disasters. Right, this is another, okay, website. And according to this website, it says on the grid internal displacement in 2016, there were 31.1 million new internal displacements by conflict, violence, and disasters in 2016. This is the equivalent of one person forced to flee every second, man. That's how bad the world is, okay? That's how worse it's gotten. That's how you know we're at the end of this. We're at the end, okay, of this system, this of what they call democracy and, all right, what the international bankers set up, all right? We're at the end of this, man, because there's so much chaos going on throughout the four corners of the earth, man, all right, that it says 31 million people had to leave wherever they were residing at, and it was equivalent to one person forced to flee every second, man. That's how bad it's gotten, all right? So that's how you know we're living in these times, man. So for all these, you monkeys out there still believing in your system, your democracy, or whatever form of established government that you have, okay, it's coming to naught, all right? There is no peace. There will never be peace until the Lord, okay, brings the peace, and he's going to bring it, how? Through war. And now this brings me over to the next scripture that I have. All right, this is the book of Joel. All right, book of Joel, chapter 2, Salakia, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare a war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Right, man. All right, so that's the times that we're living in. We're living in the times where, all right, you Gentiles, you heathens, you're at war with each other, man. All right, whether it be economic war, okay, whether it be proxy wars, and ultimately the physical war. And this is what the physical war is coming to, man, where all you nations are in some conflict where you're going to have to use your tanks, okay, your warplanes, your Navy ships, and ultimately the intercontinental ballistic missiles, all right? It says, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Verse 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. Right, man? Perfect example, okay, of the weak saying I'm strong is North Korea. All right, that's the reason why Donald Trump is trying to like do little diplomatic conquests amongst the Asian states over there. And guess what? That's none avail. North Korea said, hey, we got the nukes and we ain't stopping. We saw what you did, okay, in Iraq. We saw what you did in Libya, all right? We saw what you're doing to all these nations, okay, that stopped their nuclear proliferation. You went in there and destroyed, okay, whatever system they had. So guess what? We're now saying we're strong. We got the nuke and we're not stopping, all right? That's why this war is going to kick off, man. The last war, all right? The war to end all wars, all right? Because all the weak nations are saying they're strong. Russia ain't stopping. Russia's continually testing their nuclear capabilities. You can just Google it, all right? Put Russian nukes, and you can just look at the timeline just for these past month on their nuclear testing, all right? So this is the times that we're living in. This is the end of the world, man. That's why no peace is coming, man, all right, until the Lord comes to establish his rulership, all right? He's bringing through the Yahweh Shem Yahushua, who the world calls God, and Jesus, he's making these nations go to war, all right, so that they can destroy each other, so he can establish his kingdom, all right? And this is the interesting part about it is, You nations are going to fight each other. Then the Lord is going to come in the midst of it, and then he's going to attack you on a physical force with his chariots. But I'll get to that scripture too, okay, Lord willing. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks, Salaka. This is back, book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Right, man. All you heathen are gathering around, man. Mainly in the Middle East, man. Okay, that's where the big, okay, arena. That's where the big, okay, war zone's going to be at, over there in the Middle East. Okay, or they call it the Near East. All right. Verse 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? Or Yahweh-Shaphat, which means the Lord's judgment, all right? For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about, right, man? The Lord is judging y'all, okay? That's why that's why all these conflicts are happening, man, okay? Because you're going into the final war, man, the final push, man, okay? And there's going to be a lot of dead people. There's going to be a lot of bodies, all right? Verse 13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, all right? For the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. And that's really the reason why all you nations are in a conflict. All you nations are at war with each other. It's because you're wicked, all right? You're abominable, all right? Prime example, let's look at America, man. The country that I live in, all right? You got transsexuals, all right, now in your legislation, all right? Writing laws. That's wicked, all right? You got what's it called? Oppression of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who make up the 12 tribes, all right? That's the reason why the Lord's doing this, man, okay? And most importantly, all right, because I got to get on you number one, you devils, you so-called white people, man. You're the problem, all right? You're the problem on the planet. That's the reason why these wars are here, okay? You have engaged in internal conflicts since your inception of when you came back into rulership, okay? Slakia, and your inception. You've been in all types of conflicts, internal conflicts with each other, external conflicts with other nations, all right? It's you so-called white people, man. You're the problem, all right? You Edomites, all right? And that's why all these nations are gearing up for war, man, all right? Because you have the so-called white man ruling, all right? And his wickedness has exceeded the heavens, man, all right? You can't even drink clean water. You can't even eat clean, good food. You got to look at the ingredients, all right? This is the so-called white man. It's you people, man. If you're listening, you're the problem, man. You're the fucking problem on the planet. That's why wars are coming, man, all right? And that's how we know we're living the end of the world, man, all right? Because, you know what? Let me get that scripture. 2nd Esdras, chapter 6. That was Salakia. This was the spirit that just jumped on me. Well, all right, that wasn't part of what I have, but it goes with it. All right, this is the book, 2nd Esdras. All right, chapter 6, verse 7. Then answered I, this is Esdras talking to the Lord. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, and Jacob and Esau were born of him. Right, Jacob is the progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're the Lord's chosen people, all right? If you're listening to it, it's time for you to get back with the Lord, all right? Because the Lord is bringing war, man. He's got the nations ready to go. All these heathens, these Gentiles, are about to destroy each other, man. And you're going to be caught out in the middle of that if you're not coming back to the Lord, man, and come back to your true biblical nationality. All right. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting son of the times? Or back to 2nd Esdras chapter 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, right? Esau is you so-called white people, you Edomites, all right? You're Esau, all right? You're our evil fraternal twin brother, all right? All right, you're our evil brother. All right. When Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Right, verse 9. And here's the point. For Esau is the end of the world, just like what Yahushua told the disciples. Okay, all right. When you see wars and rumors of wars, all right, then you know we're at the end of this. All right. So who's at the top? Who's in there? Who's right now ruling right now? You so-called white people. That's how we know we're at the end of this, man. At the end of Esau, let me get back. Verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed, right? Jacob is when the kingdom of heaven comes, all right? Because Yahushua is bringing the kingdom of heaven, all right? And Jacob's descendants, okay, which are the 12 tribes, they're going to be the new rulers on the earth, all right? And all you heathens are going into slavery. You're going into subjection, all right? So that's the times that we're living in, all right? All right, so that's how you know we're at the end of the world, because Esau's ruling, so-called white man's ruling, and that's why you see all these conflicts, because he's wicked, all right, and he's not fit to rule anymore, all right? Let's get back. I'm good with Joel. I want to get to Isaiah 34, just to get back to, all right, because there's no peace coming, man. War is coming. Big wars are coming, all right? Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. Right, man? This is the Lord telling all you heathens, all you people that live on the planet, man. Listen up. Okay, hear what he has to say. This is the God of Israel, man. The creator of everything. The creator of you heathens too, man. All right? Verse 2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nation. Right, man? Indignation. Okay? A righteous hatred, okay, that he's bringing out to you. In fact, let's look up that word indignation, all right? I want to get that's one thing here at Great Millstone, man. The apostles always tell us to look up words, and it really gives you a better understanding, okay? Because words are very powerful, man. Words make nations go to war, all right? All right? So, this is the book of Isaiah 34. Isaiah 34. And it says in the Hebrew indignation, kwatab, which means wrath, anger. So the indignation means wrath and anger is coming to you nations, all right? Is there any other? Yeah, that's it. It ain't got no. Yeah, anger, all right, and wrath. So that's what it means, okay? So the God of Israel told you nations, that he said, for the indignation, back to Isaiah 34 and 2, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them, Salakia, to the slaughter, all right? You nations are going to die in these last days, man. All your military, all right? All you people believing in your military, your governments, okay? They're going to be destroyed, man. The Lord said anger is coming upon you nations. And here's how it's going to happen. Verse 3. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Man, that's a very detailed death that the Lord said he's bringing to you nations, man. All right? All right, you're gonna smell rotten bodies, man, in these last days. Okay, and this is everywhere. This is wherever there's a set up government. Okay, wherever there's a country, wherever there's people, okay, conduct themselves in any type of form of commerce. All right, you're gonna see death, man, destruction, wars, conflicts. All right, but here's the main one, the great grand finale of war, man. Verse 4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a roll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. Right, man? Intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right? These major nations have so many nukes, okay, in their silos, and they're going to use them on each other. All right? And to a point where, you know, all you other nations, they ain't got that many nukes, okay? Your whole government is gonna be crushed. All right. And then you nations, man, you big nations, man, you're not even gonna be able to function correctly. All right. And then what's so beautiful is that after this, after you launch nukes at each other, okay, the Lord is coming too, man, in his chariots, man. To like it says in Isaiah. Well, let me finish this word. Let me finish this up. Let me not jump. Let me finish this up. Then I'll go to Isaiah 66. Isaiah chapter 34, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Right, man. Idumea is a Greek word which means Edom, you so-called white people. That's who the Lord is gunning for, man. And so all you nations that are under the so-called white man, all right, you just casualties, okay, of this war, man, all right? You just an extra, man, all right? And that's why, you know, you fooled yourself, man. You played yourself by following the so-called white man, man, because he led you to your death, man, all right? That's why you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you need to wake up, all right? You need to come back to your true power. You need to know that you're an Israelite. You need to start following the law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave us, okay, in the Holy Bible, all right? Because war is coming. Death is coming. Destruction, all right? We're living in the last days, man. This is the end of the world, all right? No peace is coming until the Lord establishes his kingdom, man. That's it, man, all right? Now let me go over to Isaiah 66. Salakia. Isaiah 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind. Right, with fire, right? He's going to make sure them intercontinental missiles get shot off, okay? And then it says, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, right? And then he's coming, who the world calls UFOs, man. He's coming to destroy, okay? All right? Your governments, your militaries, man, okay? Your system, all right? The beast, all right? The Lord is going to destroy this place, man. NATO's not going to save you, all right? NATO's going to be destroyed, man, in this Third World War, too, all right? NATO, they're going to fight amongst each other, man. And then they're going to go attack America because they know America was the problem, all right? But that's for another topic. But anyway, back to this. Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire, man. That's right, man. That's how the Lord is coming. He's come back to destroy people, man, to kill people, all right? You so-called Christians, what book are you reading? You obviously are not reading the Holy Bible, all right? It behooves you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to get out of them churches while you still can, all right? Get out, all right? Get out of them temples made with hands. Get out, all right? They don't have the truth, all right? We here at Great Millstone, we have the truth through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, okay? Verse 16, for by fire and by a sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Shall be many, all right? The Lord is coming to kill majority of people on the planet, man. And the ones that survive, all right, you're going into slavery, all right? Let's go to the book of Revelation, all right? Because this jumped on me. Book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. Right, that's talking about who the world calls, okay, ignorantly calls Jesus, okay? His name is Yahweh Shai, all right? He's coming into our dimension to start destroying, okay, you heathens and you two-thirds, man. Anybody that ain't right, man, all right? You're going to be destroyed because he says he come, all right, to judge and make war. Because why? The Lord is a man of war, all right? You can read that in Exodus chapter 15, verse 3, all right? Verse 12, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. Verse 13, and he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? That means that's how much killing, all right? He's coming. All right? He said his vesture was dipped in blood. All right? And that's going according to Isaiah 63, man. All right? You can read that. Verse 14, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. Right, those are the angels that the Lord is coming with. You think the Lord is coming by himself? Nah, he got the angels too, man. Or they're all coming what you call UFOs, so-called UFOs, man. What the white man calls, so-called white man calls UFOs, man. It's really the chariots, okay? Verse 15, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with the rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the almighty power, man. That's how, yo, the Lord is coming back to kill, man, you nations under the sun, all right? He's not playing, man, all right? He is not playing with you nations, man. That's why he's got these wars, these conflicts kicking off, man, all right? Because he's coming to do heavy damage on you people, man, you heathens, all right? Verse 16, and he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Right, man. King of Kings, Lord of Lords, right? Because he's bringing down, okay, all the rulers of this world, man. You so-called, okay, Illuminati people, all right? That's the word, that's the new trendy word, right? He's taking your kingdom out, man, all right? You so-called white people, you Edomites, all right? He's taking your kingdom out, all right? You Rothschilds, you DuPonts, you Rockefellers, you Oppenheimers, all right? Your kingdom's being destroyed, man. The Lord is going to take his kingdom, and he's going to be known as King of Kings, Lord and Lords, all right? And he's going to set up his kingdom, okay? Verse 17, I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourself together unto the supper of the great Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Man, the Lord is saying, hey, you military, you heathens, all right? All you clowns, your governments, man. Hey, the Lord is saying to the fowls, man, to the birds, hey, come get ready for the feast. Because when I start killing these governments and I start killing these military personnel, man, you birds are going to have a feast, man. A great supper, man. All right? That's powerful right there. Verse 18, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. That's how many dead bodies are going to be on the planet, man. But the fowls are going to have a supper, a feast, man. All right? That's how much killing the Lord is going to be doing, man. You so-called Christians, man, we're gonna get you, man. You ain't, yo, like, that's why, hey, man, you vocab alones, Jesus is the word, G-man, man. You don't know it yet, but you're fucking dead. If you're not coming back to this truth and truth and sincerity, all right. If you're an Israelite, you gotta be an Israelite. I believe the way you clowns mock and scoff at the apostles, man. You ready for the birds to eat you, man. All right. So, you know what? Hey, that's just it. All right, that's my spirit. My spirit is like, these motherfuckers are agents. They just scoffers, and the Lord's gonna kill you motherfuckers, man. Continue on. Verse 19, I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. Right, man. That's why the Lord has you nations have you nations built your militaries, built your little system, right? Because the Lord wants to glorify himself, and so he wants to make an impression upon the planet, man. All right, that's why these armies were created, everything for the Lord to bring wrath upon it, man. All right, because ultimately, all right, what's that scripture? And this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16. And I believe it's 16, Slakia. Yeah. The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 4. The Lord had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Right, man? He created everything, right, for himself, so he could destroy y'all, man. All right? Because this is his movie, man. He's a director, man. If you could receive it, you could receive it. You can't, you can't. At the end of the day, that's why these armies, all right, everything, they're getting built, all right? They're building these nuclear missiles, everything for the great war, the great wrath, okay, of the Lord's indignation upon all these heathen nations, all right? And you 2/3 Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't want to get right, man, all right? You're going to get it too, man, all right? It behoove you to come back to the Lord, Verse 20, and the beast was taken with him, the false prophet that wrote miracles before him, that which he deceived them, that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. Right, man. Because really, hey, if you're not paying attention to the times, man, all right, you're gonna see a lot of people, all right, go get hit with the chip, take the chip, all right, and that just, okay, solidify their judgment to be put to death by the Lord, all right. That's the reason why the Lord's come back, and there's gonna be so much killing, man. There's gonna be so much killing from the Lord, man, via using these intercontinental ballistic missiles, because everything was created for him, right? He created everything for himself, man. These both were cast alive in a lake of fire burning with brimstone, right, man? Cast alive, okay, in the lake of fire burning with brimstone. So you take the RFID chip, you're gonna die too, man, all right? That's why, once again, man, no peace is coming till the Lord comes back, destroy you heathens, all right? Destroy you wicked people, man, all right? And then establishes his kingdom. And you know what? That puts me to the last scripture. You want to know when the conflicts are going to stop? When people are not going to be in mourning and in sorrow? This is Isaiah chapter 2. Verse 1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. Verse 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow onto it. Right, this is a future prophecy, man, all right? A future prophecy, meaning, okay, it didn't happen yet, but it's going to happen. The Lord is going to establish his kingdom on, all right, by taking you nations down, especially you, American peons, man, all right? Your empire is going to be destroyed, man, all right? And that's a beautiful judgment, all right? You so-called white people, it behooves you just to live it up, because this is your grand finale, all right? You're not going to make it, all right? You're going into slavery. Verse 2, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob. That's Israel. And he will teach us of his ways, and he will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law. For out of Zion shall go forth the law. So the law is part of the kingdom of heaven. The law is part of the kingdom of heaven. You Christians, all right? You so-called Christians, all right? We're the real Christians, man. The law is coming out of Zion. All right? So you maggots are in for it, man. The Lord's going to kill you, stupid Christians, man. And the word of the Lord from Jerusalem, verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, man. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. That's where peace is going to come, all right? So obviously, all right, your governments, all right, your politicians is not going to bring peace to this planet, all right? First of all right, and I'm going to end it like this. There's too much money to be made in war. Lockheed and Martin, Raytheon, Boeing, General Dynamics, okay? You think they want to stop war? No, they love war. War makes them money. For them and the elite, the Illuminati, which you maggots say, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. So only time peace is coming, all right, is when the Lord gets here, all right? That's when he's coming. And he's going to make sure the law is established on earth, okay? And you maggots are no longer going to disrespect, okay, the Lord and what he created, okay? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right? You're going to follow our customs. If you don't, you're going to be put to death. Let's say it, the scriptures. And with that, Lord willing, that was edifying. I believe the time I'm going to use is that no peace is coming to the war of the Salakia. No peace is coming until the Lord brings his, okay, kingdom. All right? And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. Okay? Keep making your body living sacrifice for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right? As we can see, we're in the last days. I'm going to put all those links on the description box. All right? So you can look it for yourself. Okay? And with that, you know our slogan. 1, 2, 3, death to America. Shalom.